In this video, I will teach you how I disappeared and came back way more successful, right? This is why you should listen to me. So just grab a coffee or something like that, sit down, relax bro, because this video is going to be a bit long. But you will learn exactly how to go through the most significant period of improvement of your life. But before everything else, what determines your trajectory? Your actions. And what determines your actions? Your actions are determined by your identity. They are all a byproduct of your identity, of the way you see yourself. And your identity is built upon your habits that are basically your actions. That's the most basic way to look at it. And if we want to change your actions, your habits, we need to change them. And we also need to change the other components that shape your identity. These are the main ones that I found after researching this for a few hours, right? What you believe that people around you think about you, right? Your belief comes from the way they act towards you. What you see in the mirror, so if you are a fat piece of shit and you see it in the mirror, you will see it, right? That's undeniable proof. Your younger self's actions, so if you were to eat a huge piece of junk food yesterday, today you will feel a bit shameful. Not even a bit, you will feel shameful. You would regret. And that's where your younger self's actions comes into place. You basically develop the identity of the guy who does those actions. And the last thing is the consequences of them. So you might have done something that you think is okay, that you don't feel shameful about, like drinking alcohol with friends, right? But you will still have headache the day afterwards. So you will still feel those consequences and you will still shape your current self. And now you need to create your dream self that you are going to become after this intense period of few months and weeks. You need to determine what are his actions, the people around them, how they act towards him, and how he can affect the way that they act upon him, his goals, his appearance, how he carries himself. So you need to be as specific as possible because you are going to become him. I don't want you to take those practices right now. I want you to just learn and even take notes if you can. And then in the end, you're going to take all of those actionable steps, because if you will take this action right now, you might not come back to this video and you might miss out on one of the most valuable insights that you will ever get. And that's where the lonely chapter get into play. That's why you need to disappear. We addressed that your friends influence you. They influence your actions a lot. Like bro, if you were to be bullied by everyone in your village 300-400 years ago, you would not survive. Nobody would come to save you. And our brain have developed upon this rule that your friends, their behavior towards you, how they feel about you, is one of the most important things. And if your friends are video gamers and addicts, if they will think that you are lame, that you are a piece of shit because you train, you will not train. You will not do those actions because you need your brain, your psyche wants them to think positively about you. So this might be your current friend, right? But if you were to have fucking great friends that will support you, that will help you to push harder, you would push harder. You would become more like them. But you don't have those friends right now because you are not capable of becoming friends with them, right? So you will have to get into the lonely chapter first, in which you will have almost no friends. I will tell you how to not become a dork during this phase, because you might become a dork and that's one of the worst things that you can do. But you must be alone for quite some time to consume insights from one of the greatest minds by reading books and watching videos from those people, so you will become more like them instead of becoming more like your current group of friends that are most likely not where you want to be. You might have an excuse of, but they are my friends and I can change them because we are good friends, right? I have been friends with this guy for a few years now. Bro, you cannot change someone by talking him into change. You must prove to him that change is possible through actions and through results, your results. And if you will not go into the lonely chapter, if you will stay friends with those people, you will become more like them and you will not succeed. So make your mind right now, bro. If you are willing to actually change your life, you know what you need to do, bro. Now let's continue. What the people around you believe about you, that's one of the greatest things that affect your identity and your actions, right? We address this. How to change other people's perception of you. So first impression matter. That's why you cannot get in contact with high quality people right now. You are not high quality enough for them to actually speak with you, to actually get value from you. That's why you disappear. And the first thing that you must do in order to become the man is to change your actions from the action of the boy, from doing bad habits and playing video games and just having fun, because fun is good. No, you need to change your whole mindset about these things. You need to change your mindset from pursuing pleasure for this certain period of time and even afterwards, from pursuing pleasure to pursuing pain, but not in a masochist way. You're going to go through suffering that will make you proud, that will give you a greater sense of purpose, of mission. Because any worthwhile goal, any mission, any purpose, bro, most likely is hard to achieve, most likely requires a lot of sacrifice and hard work and suffering to achieve, and you need. So how someone get insanely consistent in the gym, in sacrificing, in building a business or working on some mission and purpose, right? How someone do it consistently without stopping? He embraces the pain, not the pleasure, because when you embrace the pleasure, the fun, the good time, the pain is so much fucking greater than the pleasure that you wouldn't want to continue and keep doing it. But if you will look at it in a pain standpoint, and you will become the guy who is capable of enduring this pain and not getting the pleasure, you will get pleasure for sure afterwards, but not beforehand. And if you will become disciplined, and if you will become the guy who is capable of working hard, you will work hard, and you will be consistent, right? But that's not the only way to become consistent, that's not the main way. The way to become consistent in any good habit is to implement it first. So this is how it looks like, right? Implementing a habit. It starts small, and then you go big, and you become the hard-working version of yourself. But first you need to become the consistent version of yourself, because you need to build hard work on top of consistency, not with it, not before it. You cannot become a hard-working man in a certain endeavor without becoming the consistent guy first. I won't give you the 10 habits that will make you him and will make you extremely successful, because that's fucking cringe. You know what is the successful version of yourself, and you know what are the actions that it takes, and you will know when you will do the practice in the end of this video. So you don't need my help in terms of the habits that you need to do. You know that building muscle and training in the gym is good for you. You know that those things are good for you. So I'm not going to waste your time. The most important thing is to stick to it, is to actually be consistent, right? We'll address this right now. Because hard challenges are temporarily. They will disappear. You will stop to do the hard challenge if it won't become a habit. And that's why we build this foundation first, right? So, 4 principles for implementing a habit in your life. The first principle is to start small, because you cannot build the foundation, the habits on top of the really hard challenge that you want to do in first. So, if you want to run a marathon, the kind of work that will get you to run a marathon is 40 to 60 miles per week running, right? You cannot do it and be consistent with it right now, because you are not that guy right now. That's not your current self. So you need to take this hard work, right, the 40 miles, and make it 4, and then do it every week, and you will become way more consistent. And as time will go on, as you build the identity, you will go bigger and harder, and you will improve a lot. And then the second principle is to do it in a consistent time and place. So when you do a habit in a consistent time and place, let's say after work every day at 5 AM you go to the gym, you're finishing work, right? Work, finishing it, will get associated with the gym. And every time that you finish work, you will get used to going to the gym, and it will be just part of your life. And you will have hard time not going to the gym, because it's part of who you are, right? It's very hard to define your identity. Then environment. The basic premise is that you have as many reminders to do this thing in your environment. Good practice for this is to have a habit tracker that you see every day, right? You have a reminders on it, so you have it on your phone, and every time that you open your phone, you get reminded that you need to do this habit, and it is a great way to include it in your environment, especially in the modern age when we are all on our phones a few hours a day. And then the fourth thing is discipline. You will not feel like going to the gym, you will not feel like doing this hard thing, you will not feel like doing it even if it will be easy. And that's where discipline gets into place. You will have to do it when you don't feel like it, because that's where most people fail. That's when you don't build the habit, you go back. And if you will use discipline here instead, you will go like this, right? This is your motivation, and then you will build the identity on top of everything else. So discipline, very important. There is a shortcut for all of that, but it is a hard one. It's not an easy shortcut. This shortcut is to sacrifice more, is to not start as small as 10% or 20% or even 50 and 60%, is to go on a full-on protocol for 2 weeks that you will sacrifice a lot, and then you will go on the lifestyle. And just keep in mind that the protocol and the lifestyle are both part of disappearing, right? You disappear in both of these things. And then after a few months or even years, in some extreme cases, you will go back and you will meet new people and you will go back to you being a normal human being. You will transition, right? More on that later. I have a full protocol in the description, you can check it out. It's free, completely free, bro. During the lonely chapter. So during this chapter of your life, you have to retain social skills, so you won't become a dork. You don't want to become a dork who is not capable of socializing with people unnoticed. So you need to still socialize with high quality, with good people in the gym. So I will give you a few places to meet people in a minute, but you need to socialize. They don't have to be your friends. You don't need to make new friends. You can just go to the gym and ask a person about how many sets he has left, and then compliment him. Tell him that he is strong and ask him questions. These are a few principles for meeting new people. Asking questions, complimenting, and just going out, right? You will start to make friends along the way of, or even during your lonely chapter. You will still have some opportunities to meet new people, and you will have to judge them carefully, because the act of transitioning from the lonely chapter to being a normal human being, it will happen slowly and surely, and you won't realize, but you will start to make friends as long as you go out to the gym, to those places, right? Some places that I will give you in a minute. And how to judge those people. Trajectory is key. So don't look at their current position. If they are really friendly and they are like in a pretty good shape, but they always drink alcohol, they eat trash food, and they are playing video games and watching TV all day, their trajectory is very bad, and they are not good people to be around, because you will become more like them and you will absorb their trajectory into you. So trajectory is key, and they also shouldn't be assholes. If they just talk shit about you behind your back, especially behind your back, they are pieces of shit and you should never be friends with them. Also, if they talk shit to your face, but like about things that you can't really change, like your height, the way you look, your face, your whatever, bro, about your insecurities that you can't change, they are assholes and you should not be friends with them. But if they criticize you on the other side about the way you train, your diet, those things that you can actually change and improve on, they are a good friend. So don't mistake those two different things that are very different. The basic principle behind choosing people is to choose people that will bring you up. Where to find them? In the gym, work, school, my school community. School, you might be in university or college or those places. You can meet people like that on those places. Or when you work, business work, those things. The third way is to meet friends of friends. So if you currently have a high quality friend, most likely his friends that you don't know are also high quality. So ask him to introduce his friends to you, and you might become friends with them. Also and the hardest thing that you can do is to cold approach. Just go to people and ask them questions, compliment them, and try to make friends, right? It is the hardest way. And you will slowly transition into you being a way more social person after the protocol that you will do, right? The lonely chapter in which you will work really hard on the habit that you choose. Thanks for watching, bro. If you want to see more videos like this one, you can like and subscribe right now, and you will get suggested a bunch more videos like this one to your feed. If you want to check out my stuff, my protocol, those things, link in the description. There is also a coaching program in which I will go on a call with you and just help you. Also, I will text you and everything. You can check it out. I'll see you in the next video, bro.